My involvement with the monument is more personal. My dad died of AIDS.
I lost a stepbrother to AIDS. I lost so many friends.
The first person that I lost was my friend Scott Fleener in June of 1985. He was one of 104 friends that would go on to pass in a 10-year period.
It was really bittersweet having the ability to go to college, but at the same time, I had to take care of my dad and eventually buried my dad at 19.
People ask, how many friends did you lose? And I say, countless.
A friend of mine, his father passed away when he was 6 of AIDS, and because there was still such a stigma attached, he didn't end up finding that out until he was well into his teens.
The devastation with families. You know, I thought that my brother and I would grow old together.
As I would lose a friend, I'd put them on the list because I believed naively at the beginning that there was going to be an end to this at some point, and I'd have the opportunity to grieve.
My uncle passed away in 2001, a year after my high school graduation. It's been a while since I talked about him.
We were isolated, we were discriminated against, we were, really made to feel less than second-class citizens because people were associating being gay with death.
I was here in West Hollywood, just looking up and down the street. It just looked like a war zone.
Then the memorials and funerals started coming one after the other. Sorry. And
Without AIDS and the struggle and the activism, we wouldn't be where we are today as a community.
AIDS is real. AIDS is still here, and we still need to remember the people who, like my dad, paved the way without knowing for testing, for research, for all the different, the progress that we have now.
I believe that the sort of optimism and direct action that AIDS has caused us to believe in will continue to exist.
The AIDS movement really transformed healthcare, lobbying, all the advances in gay marriage are because of the AIDS fight.
Open your eyes and open your ears and take part in the world, because the world is so much more than you.
I think it's time that these stories are put out there and told, because a lot of the younger generation, they really don't know anything about the crisis.
I think it's really important for the younger generation not to brush it off and look at it as if it's not an issue anymore, that it's something of the 80s, of the 90s, of the early 2000s. It's still here.
If we make this monument and strike something in people's hearts, they'll research it. They'll talk to their friends about it, and it will be an opening to spark conversation and to spark education in our communities.
The importance of this is that it isn't a memorial, it's a monument, and that it's not just a destination, it's a source of encouragement and hope and conversation.
To show that we as a community, as a government, as a city, can come together and put money and time and effort and detail into something that says, we're not going to forget all that you went through.
I pray that the people who died will live on in the memories of others who appreciate who they were and what they were and the gifts they brought to the planet.
It's monumental.
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 It is. It's monumental.